Test, test, test. Blah, blah, blah. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm about to.
Mini burbs. Hi, hi. Sorry, the chat is a little behind, so if I reply late to your thingy, that's why. Hello. Congratulations, you were first. How does it feel? Hi, Faye. Ooh, Faye is here. Scary. I don't know if I should be typing as well because of the delay, but I don't know. Yeah, I put forest music or sounds because I thought I'd be all chill and zen, but I'll probably get bored in a bit and play music. I did this in my last Q&A stream. I put like rainforest sounds in the background and then it ended up being copyrighted and I was like, who the heck copyrights the rainforest? Does someone on YouTube own the rainforest? That's what I'd like to know. Scary. Lower the bird sounds. Oh god, are they still too loud? I have a real problem with my mic being quiet for some reason. Is that better? That should be better. I should actually look at the chat more because this is a Q&A, so I need to look. What college university did I finish? Well, I haven't finished university yet, but I'm in one in England called AUB, and I'm still in it. And I'm gonna start again soon. And I don't wanna, but it'll be okay, I guess. Let me know if the bird sounds are too loud now, I guess. My mic is just awful. Hi, dog. Yeah, copyright by app. Bum bum. Very good. Oh my god. Fortuna has the first ban for mentioning minions. Get out. I'm joking, but get out. What's up with the bird sounds? I'm being zen today because animating this is not fun, so I'm gonna be like nice and relaxed and not dying. I wouldn't consider myself a furry, no. You can see the people, the faces of the people watching. No. That would be creepy. That'd be a lot of faces. It doesn't work that way. Like, I remember doing a stream and I was using my voice like this, and people in the chat were like, "Can you hear us too?" I'm like, no, please. It doesn't work that way. Oh god, yeah, Build-A-Bear has minions, and I'm disappointed with them. Although, the little dungarees, I was tempted to get one of my Build-A-Bears the dungarees. I'm not gonna lie. They're cute little dungarees. Who am I learning to become? An animator? I guess? Yeah, I use... well, in Photoshop, the sound is in Photoshop, like here.
I'm about to change.
Like there, it's in Photoshop, so when I export it, it already has the sound, but I do put the sound anyway in After Effects just to make sure it's all synced up. My brushes are on my About page. I'm currently drawing Squirrel Flight, although she's not as bushy as I'd want, but I've already gone this far, so I can't be bothered to change it. I don't know what I think about newer Squirrels books, I haven't read it. Oops. I'm planning to read when I go on holiday next week. I'm just gonna sit down and read Warriors all day. It's gonna be what happens. Yeah, this is a Hamilton map, and I regret it. I regret my Hamilton phase, because I have to do this map, and I have to do Room Where It Happens, and... ugh. I want to be in it, but I don't want to be in it at the same time, because I like my part. Sorry if I miss questions, by the way. Undertale's okay, but I'd rather not talk about it, because people who like it can be quite boisterous. And I don't want that. Sorry if I breathe into the mic, by the way. I think it's at an awkward angle. I have drawn a fox before. Trying to draw more dogs.
I'm about to change.
Oh, shut up, Eliza. My strongest Pokemon in Pokemon Go. These aren't the questions I was expecting, but I think it's Hypno. That is the name of the one Drowsy evolves into, right? I'm pretty sure it's Hypno. I do take art lessons, but they mostly taught me traditional stuff. And they kind of, I don't know, I found they didn't really teach me. My art lessons were more like, go do this, and then you sort of teach yourself. And yeah, my animation classes at the moment are just sort of do this thing. Those watercolor brushes, I did. They're on my DeviantArt page. I'm pretty sure I put them there because so many people are asking, even though it's like a really terribly spiky brush. If you're doing frame by frame, you should probably look into the 12 principles, because if you don't know how to animate and you've agreed to do an animation, you're probably not going to have much fun, because animation isn't like, oh sure, I can do that. It's quite hard, but once you get into it. My accent is English, or like Southern English, I guess, more specific. What do I do to get rid of the beige? I just turn off the background. There you go. So it becomes a checkerboard, which means it's transparent. I just have it there as a background so I can see. Because if it's white, then I can't see the white bit, and and beige is like nice and gentle. Yeah, Peridot's my favourite Steven Universe character too. If I could have a wild animal, well, like as a pet, probably a caracal or something, because I like them. My Sona design, it wasn't really based on anything. It was like, she originally was just a grey tabby, because for some reason, well, I named her Finch, and for some reason in my head, like, oh, finches are grey, even though I don't think any finches are grey. Actually, there might be some, I don't know, but like, I like goldfinches, but I made Finch grey for some reason. Anyway, she's stuck like that forever now, but she was a grey tabby, and then I made her patchy instead of stripy, which still has stripes, I guess. And way later I was like, let's make her a bit different other than just a cat, so I gave her big ears, made her a caracal. And I like slim, slender cats and stuff, so I try to make her like that, although I need to improve my bodies and stuff. Sorry if I'm missing things. Getting used to Photoshop. All I can say is just use it, because I used to use GIMP before I used Photoshop, and moving to Photoshop was like, oh Jesus, this is tricky, but then I just forced myself to use it, and I eventually learned it. You just force yourself to use it and you'll find ways. Yeah, I watch Game Grumps then. Well, Aaron's an animator, but he doesn't animate anymore, so I guess that counts. How long did it take to finish my first animation? Well, my first map part took maybe 2 days. My first animation took a couple of days, maybe. Actually, no, my first animation was like a weird run cycle thing that took a few hours, maybe. I don't know. I use a mouse. What, you mean for drawing? I use a mouse for playing games. No, I used to use a trackpad to draw before I had a tablet, because I had a laptop without a mouse. Moving to a tablet was like, oh. Yes, I love Maple. Just checking if I missed any questions. I don't know if I did. Sorry if I do. Because I'm looking at the animation as well as the chat, and I'm like, I could be missing things. I might implement the asterisk thing later, like when you put asterisks in front of your question to make you see it better, but I can't bother to do that right now. What made me decide to animate? I made some friends. I made some friends who animated, and I was like, you know what, I should finally give it a try, because I've wanted to animate for a long time, but I was always too scared of it because it was difficult, and I wasn't patient. And then I took an animation class that wasn't really a class, it was more like a push at my university.
Choose your life.
So damn it, I started there, and then I made friends in the map community, and I was like, I should join maps, and I did, and that's why I started. Let's see what else there is. How many frames on average? I don't count them, so I have no idea. But the amount of frames isn't what makes something good. I mean, some people make really smooth animation, but it doesn't necessarily make it work. Like, loads of frames doesn't equal a good animation. Well, in my opinion, but I know lots of people who have like really good sort of movement, and it's dynamic, and there's only just a few frames, and it looks really good, and that's my favorite kind of animation. I don't really mind so much if it's smooth, but that seems to be what everyone likes. Oh gosh. I might be missing a lot. I haven't read Dawn of the Clan, so I don't know. 11-year-olds pointing out that they're 11 to get compliments. That's interesting. I feel like age doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're talented and you're 11, that's awesome. But if you're using your age to get compliments, that's a bit immature. Is this the same animation I posted on Instagram? It is indeed. This is the bit I posted on Instagram. This bit here. Although the onion skin's on. There we go, this bit. So I have this bit all coloured, and now I just have to do this bit, and I hate it. I've done 3D animation at college, but I can't do it at home because I don't have the resources. Yeah, exactly, Faye. Like, people can do loads of frames, but they don't pay attention to the lines or the boiling. And it can get quite, like, inconsistent. And their drawings aren't solid at all sometimes. I mean, I fall into that as well. I mean, I get lazy and stuff boils and jiggles everywhere, especially when I colour, because I hate it. But, like, you have to pay attention so you don't do it really obviously. But yeah, like, a good example of people that don't use many frames but have very dynamic movement is probably Code Sneezers and Crunchy Crow and... oh, there's someone else I know about, but I can't think of their name. Okay. What else? My love for art may burn out. I do fear that a lot because I've chosen the career for art now, and I'm like, what if I just don't like it anymore, but I'm stuck in it forever? But I try not to think about it because it's kind of sad. My favorite artist. Oh, I have so many favorites, and I always forget them because I'm like, yeah, I love this person, and then I find a new person. I'm like, yeah, I love this person. I'm not actually sure who my favorite is right now, but I'll try to remember. Sorry, that's not really a useful answer. Who am I studying for? I guess you mean what I'm studying. I'm studying animation. Big surprise. Sometimes I wish I wasn't. I mean, my dream job is like zoology or something like that, but I wasn't smart enough to do that. I don't mind furries. I have lots of friends who are furries. Sometimes I've thought of, I mean, I like fursuits and stuff, so I'm like, am I a furry? But I don't really think I am. But, I don't know. I wouldn't mind if someone considered me one. What is the hard one? Well, at the moment, 3D is hardest for me because I've had less practice in it, but when I tried it at uni, it was much faster. Like, I animated a whole character going over a bridge scene in, like, just a few hours, when that'll take me ages in 2D. Like, you don't have to worry about the volume of the character changing or anything. It's just like pulling a puppet around, but of course you need to know the program and you still need to know your fundamentals and stuff. If your art style changes a lot, don't worry, it'll settle eventually. It's like handwriting. I mean, your style is sort of unique to each person. It comes kind of naturally, I mean, at least I think so. How long does it take to finish a map part? Probably like, it used to take me a few days, now I'm pretty sure it takes me a week or two or more, because I've been hurting myself too much and raising the bar higher, which makes me upset about the map I'm doing right now, because I don't really like it, but I've already got really far on it, so I'm like, I just want to get out of the way now. Howdy there. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Sorry if I missed anyone. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Oh, I'm gonna have to lip sync this soon. I probably won't be able to answer questions when I lip sync it. I don't have to worry about that yet. She's gonna say life. Who's my favourite warrior cat? Probably Cinderpelt or Ravenpaw. They're nice. I am drawing on the computer. Quick animating tips. Look up the 12 principles. Get started. Don't be afraid of it. Don't expect it to be good on your first try. And don't be disheartened when it isn't, because animation is hard and it doesn't just... You don't just suddenly become good. Although some people do, but... You know, just don't be disheartened if it doesn't turn out the way you want. And keep trying. Get inspiration from others and stuff. I'm using 24 frames per second. My favorite evolution. Jolteon or Leafeon? I'm not sure. What happens to a tail? Oh, I just stay still. That's exciting. No one will be looking at her tail, doesn't matter. Oops. I like mermaids, sure. Alright. You had a why are you asking about homophobes? Keep it nice in here. What do you mean, what do I think of homophobes? Good, wow. I don't think anyone should like them. It's a strange question, thanks. Yeah. Keep it nice in here, okay? My favorite animation I've made, probably I'm a Star. Like, I had so much fun with that, and I still like the way it looks. Getting the animation synced with the music. Well, have your music in the same program and do keyframes to time it. So, like, scrub through it or listen through the audio and pick out the main parts of the audio that you're going to keyframe to and... Oh, Jesus Christ. Behave, guys, come on. You don't need to bring up cancer, alright? Don't be dicks. I don't plan to do a series just because it'll take so much time. And I don't want to get the when's the next episode coming out kind of problems that everyone who does a series has. My inspiration, favorite animator. I like my favorite animators are Midnight Snack, Anime Lioness, Mika, Crunchy Crow. Oh, there are many more. I can't think of them. Bacamille. Yeah, that's okay. You can like whatever music you like. It's just your taste. Like, you can have tastes that are different to everyone else's. It's fine. Don't worry. How old am I? I'm 20. There you go. What animation program did I first use? I used to use MS Paint ages ago. But other than that, well, I tried Flash, but I never finished anything in Flash. I never really got on with Flash, so I've pretty much only been using Photoshop, and I want to get into Toon Boom because my uni uses Toon Boom, but it's so confusing. Yeah, can we stop talking about that now? That'd be great, thanks. Yeah, I've heard of lupus. I have 2 cats. What do I want to do after my studies? I have no idea, buddy. Probably move to America or Canada or something. My favorite brand of graphic tablets? I don't know. I mean, I've only had one my whole life, so I don't really have a preference. I've never tried any others, to be honest. I don't know who that is. Melanie Martinez, I don't know who that is, sorry. You don't show that your parents, and your parents might be a little bit silly, but that's the way they were brought up, and hopefully they'll change their mind one day. Favorite food is pasta. I use a Wacom tablet. I have a Wacom Bamboo Pen and Touch Generation 2. I put my animations together with After Effects. Yeah, I said my favorite Steven Universe character already, but it's Peridot. I like the show. I don't really have a least favorite character because I don't really hate characters, I guess. I don't know what my least favorite character is. I like them all. They're pretty good. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable showing my parents my art either. It's maybe draw something they'll like one day just to show them, and then be like, there you go, I showed you. Now I can go back to drawing other stuff. Don't let that bend down. I like hairless cats. Yeah, they're cool. My brushes are on my about page. Should I do an FAQ for my Q&A? I don't know. Yeah, asking questions like, why are you so good, isn't really a productive question, but you can ask if you want. Whoa, that eye goes way down. It's sinking. Help. My favourite map part I've made so far is probably I'm a Star, because I just had so much fun doing it, so it makes me happy when I look at it. Animation exercises. I'm sure you can look up, I think you can look up something like animation exercises for beginners, but what I did, or what I was taught to do, was to do the bouncing ball. So like, Animate a ball bouncing, so a football, a beach ball, and a bowling ball, so you get the sense of weight and you can practice with making things look heavy. There was also the flour sack, sort of spinning, like rotating, and then falling. What else did we do? We did walk cycles. I guess, yeah, mainly the bouncing ball just to learn the basics without having to die drawing complex designs for every frame. You just have to draw a ball. I miss doing that. I met Maple through a live stream because she was streaming, and I said hi, and then I joined the call with those guys, and that's how I met the others too. Just through a Skype call, really. Well, a hangout call, I guess. I don't know, I like to go to live streams a lot because you get to talk to a lot of people. Although I can understand why it's a bit harder for smaller peeps. I've been quite lucky because people seem to recognise me in the chat. I am drawing Squirrel Flight right now. So almost. Well, my college has 3 years. The animation course is 3 years long. No, animation is usually just in a college or an art college. It's probably more likely specifically an art college, but you don't have to go to a normal college first, because what are you going to do there? I use Photoshop CS6. Extended, so it has the timeline. Oh, I'm glad you met your best friend through the stream. It's nice. See, streams are nice things. Accept people into your... No, I don't accept people in my Skype freely. I mean, I make friends first, like through Twitter or... I don't know. We kind of knew each other, we just didn't talk, so we added each other on Skype and then we started talking. But no, I don't accept people into my Skype freely because I'd get too many and I'd suffocate. And I'm not good at talking to people anyway, so I'm like... I have lots of people on Skype who I don't talk to, and I feel bad, but talking is hard. I have not been to Scotland, but it's close. Where do I go to college? I go to AUB in England, and I'm not sure what to recommend because I don't really know, to be honest. I just went to this one because it was highly rated in my country, and it's really close to where I live, so I just went straight there. The brush I'm using right now, I mean the main brushes I use are on my about page, but the brush I'm using right now isn't, but it's kind of like a chalky thing. It's kind of similar to the second one. Oh, I'm being really slow with this. With Photoshop I can render the whole animation so I don't have to save the frames individually, which is nice. This frame is really dodgy. Oh man. The art college is for all art, so you have your fine art, you have your graphics art, which is mainly digital. Animation for the first year was traditional, but I feel like we're going into more digital media next year. I don't hate you. How do I make my lines consistent? Yeah, at the moment my pen pressure is off. Well, kind of. I mean, if I made the opacity pen pressure on, I'd be like this, and the lines might be funny. I turn that on for illustrating, but when I'm animating, I'll turn it off, because otherwise it might get inconsistent. What was I doing? I was here. I have not been to Manitoba. I don't know where that is. How do you do that? You might have to specify that for me, because the stream is a bit behind, so I don't know what that is, sorry. Yeah, I'm attending an art college. Yeah, I'm British. Photoshop is primarily like a photo editing program, but you can use it for illustration and animation as well, because it's kind of like you can do a lot of stuff in Photoshop. It's a nice program. How do I do the movement of the camera? I do that in After Effects afterwards. I have a whole series of videos showing my whole animation process if you want to look at that. I mean, they're pretty long though. How do I render the frames all at once? Oh, I go to File, then Export, and then Render Video, and that's it. That's all there is to it. And again, I have videos on my animation process, and it covers that in there as well. So if you want to know how to animate in Photoshop, I have videos on it already. I don't have a magic meme work in progress. I haven't animated the magic memes, so you might be confused there. Do you know if you can study animation at university? Well, some universities you can. You'll have to look into it. You know, do your research, but I don't imagine you'll be needing to look at that yet. This is Photoshop, and you might have to specify what it is. Yeah, some people prefer Flash. I don't, because I don't like vectors, but it's alright, I guess. Some people like it. I didn't get on with it. But a lot of people don't like Photoshop, so that's fine. I'm glad I speak clearly. I mumble a lot. Turn the light on, it's getting dark in here. Animating is hard. It's definitely harder than speed painting, yes. Speed painting, you just record yourself drawing and it's fine. What YouTuber do I watch apart from animators? Game Grumps, mostly. Other than that, I don't really watch other YouTubers. Mostly animators. My idol inspiration to draw. Well, I was first inspired to draw by the Warriors Mangas books. I mean, I drew a lot when I was little, but just like dogs every now and then. But I never drew cats. And then I got into Warriors. I was like, man, I want to learn how to draw cats. So I got inspiration from the manga books, and I found the whole community, and I just sort of kept doing it, and now I can't stop. Help. I have used some Toon Boom programs, but I don't know how to use them, so I don't use them a lot, but I want to learn, and my university uses it, so it's probably going to teach me. I am dating Maple, yes. No, I haven't done puppet animation before. No, I don't watch Markiplier. I don't really watch... Pretty sure Game Grumps are the only gamers I watch, because a lot of gamers just annoy me. I used to watch a lot, but I don't anymore. What inspired me to animate? I don't know, I've wanted to animate a really long time. I guess I just liked cartoons, and I liked the Warrior Cat community, and it made me want to animate, but I had never done it before, and I was really scared of it, so I didn't start until a few years ago. I started to draw like when I was little, but I started seriously at like 12. Who's my favorite artist? I said this earlier, but I don't really know. I have lots of favorites, probably Geniac right now, or I don't know. I like Bethel Lumps. I don't know, it changes a lot. I like a lot of artists. How long did it take for me to develop my style? 6 years. Almost 7, probably. I don't know. What brush am I using? It's just like a chalky brush that I have. I don't have it. I got it from a friend. I don't have it up for download anywhere yet, so. I wanted to host my own map this year, but I ran out of time. And it's kind of a stressful process, so. How's my favorite on Game Grumps? Do you mean who's my favorite? I like Dan. I like a lot of them. They're good guys. Ow, okay. All of you are too young. What inspired Finch's design? I don't know, I mean, she was a grey cat, just a grey cat ages ago, and then Maple made her character in a hyena, and I was like, that's nice and unique. And I liked caracals, and I thought it would give her more sort of difference in personality if I made her into a caracal, so I did that, and one day we were like, I want to redesign them, so we looked up some designs on DeviantArt and we're like, whoa, I kind of like natural colours with like an accent, a natural colour, so we did that, and that was about it. I don't know, wait, that name rings a bell. Is it that kind of DeviantArt artist? They're alright. I mean, their art isn't my cup of tea, but they're very good. How much time do I use to animate? A lot. Usually for... If I sat down and really got on with it, I could probably finish a map part in a few days or a week. But since I'd run out of steam, it usually takes me like 2 weeks or more now. Because I've been raising the bar for myself a lot, it's been stressing me out. Because I feel like I have to do everything better than the last, which hurts. It hurts me. The early stages of YouTube. Well, the early stages of YouTube was like, what, 2007, maybe? I don't know. So that was a very long time ago. I met her last February. So like a year and a half ago. I didn't animate. I had speed paints and I had maybe 10,000 subscribers at that point. And she had maybe 3? Definitely bumped up after that. Yeah, it's for Satisfied. I'm not in the Darkest Hour map. There's still the bird sounds in the background. Maybe I should change that in a bit. Well, it would be very nice to work at a famous animation studio, but it's not as easy as just being like, I want to work there, let's do it. It's a little bit harder than that. It'd be very nice, but I don't really mind. If anything, it would be a good thing to say, like, oh, I work at DreamWorks, and be all proud. Hi, Tennille. I am having a great time. I'm really not. But I'm finally working on it after putting it off for like a month. Ugh. I just have my chill bird sounds as I'm very slowly going through this. How do I have the time to animate so much? Well, I'm on my summer break right now, so I have nothing but time. Well, I say that, I have to do commissions. But other than that, I'm pretty free on time. But when college starts up again, I won't have as much time. But it'll be nice to unwind at the end of the day and just work on stuff. How did I meet Maple? I met her through a stream last year. Have I ever created my own species? I made a orca dragon, and I made like these weird squirrel things, but I haven't drawn them much. Yeah, I like chatting with fans. It's nice. I mean, I feel like I can be rude sometimes, but I apologize. Hi, Chai. There are the styles of artists I'm jealous of. Oh yeah, probably envious is the better word. There are some awesome styles out there that I'm like, oh, I want it, but you know, you can't just take something that isn't yours, but you can get inspiration from it and look at what makes it so successful. Yeah, apparently working at the big ones is rough, but it's gonna be rough anywhere because like if you work at a smaller studio, they'll be smaller. So I don't know. Yeah, I have some nice bird sounds happening. I'm glad you appreciate them. Her ass gets bigger here. Will I do vlogs? Probably not. I mean, I don't want to show my face to a lot of people. And I don't know what I'd talk about. Just be sat there like, hi. Thanks, they are very sexy bird sounds. Do I have a favorite webcomic series? I don't actually read webcomics, but I want to. But I hardly ever read, and I feel sad. But I never really like. You want to absorb my skills? I want to absorb your skills. My skills right now consist of drawing an ass and some really awkward legs that I'm hoping no one will ever look at again. I'm just really trying to get this done. Oh, I just hate that it's been sitting in my files for ages, and I don't really like it, but I don't know what else to do, so. What is this tail doing? It's gonna be wobbling around like crazy. My favorite cat in Warriors is probably either Cinderpelt or Ravenpaw. I actually still, well, I'm not reading them right now, but last year when I moved into my house for uni, we had no internet. I read the Warriors books to keep me entertained, and I enjoyed it. And I've been trying to read more of them, and when I go on vacation next week, I'm gonna read some of the super editions that I've been wanting to read, like Toolstar's ones. I love Toolstar, but I haven't actually read his super edition yet. Hi, Amber! I've heard of Ariana Grande, but I don't know. I know she's a singer, but I don't know her stuff, so I don't know. Who knows? I'm not really into musicians. Oh, her back is weird. Ignore how terrible this is, okay? Just listen to the sounds, focus on the nice birds. Don't look at this. Ugh. Yeah, that's true. In map hell, you always have something to do, but it's not always the best thing. Oh god, this line. Oh, that'll do. I use a Wacom Bamboo Pen and Touch Generation 2. This is a good face right here. This is my favorite face. There are spies watching me. Hi, Lucky. Hi, Platin. Platin. I swear. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of someone else. Never mind. Do I have hobbies besides drawing and animating? I'm a diver, I guess. I have my open water license, so I can go scuba diving, but I can't do that often because the water is cold in England, so I can only do that whenever I travel, which isn't often. A favorite Game Grumps series, I like the Shadow of the Colossus series, and also the Endless Ocean series. I love it so much. I rewatched it the other day. Yeah, I like that one. Sorry if I'm missing things, by the way. Yeah, nice bird sounds. I should bring up finch sounds, but that's too specific for YouTube, I think. I don't know. Just be like a 2-minute video of finch calls. Lucky is lying, and she is gonna be punished. Yeah, to be honest, animation has taken over as... Like, I don't have hobbies, really, other than diving, and I get to do that once or twice whenever I travel, so... I'd count it as a hobby, because it sounds nice, but I don't actually do it a lot, so mainly drawing and animating takes up too much time to do anything, so I feel... What else do I do? I play games, I guess. Does that count as a hobby? I don't know. Probably. My favorite anime? I don't really watch anime, but I watched one called Gakugarashi, I think, and I enjoyed that one. Hi Mel, how do I like studying animation to uni instead of compared to map parts? I I prefer map parts, but that's just because I get to draw cats all day. But like, animating in uni last year was pretty much just sort of learning. Like we did 2-week exercises where we just did a thing on paper. Like the first 2 weeks would be the bouncing ball, and then after that would be the flour sack, and after that would be a bipedal walk cycle, and I would just keep going. It was kind of nice, but it was difficult because I really struggle with timing on when animating on paper, and just animating on paper in general, and it was a pain in the butt to scan all those frames. Because I feel like it's much quicker to animate on the computer. But that's just me, so I don't know. But we'll see what next year is like, 'cause it's going to be a lot different, and I think it's less animating and more sort of figuring out what your main field is, so like layout or design or something like that. I know what Naruto is, yeah, but I've never watched it. I keep Flare, yeah, I use 24 FPS. I have 2 real cats, they are called Chester and Smudge, and they are lovely. Your favorite hobby is admiring your Teletubby shrine. Well, I'm proud of you, buddy. That sounds good. Wow. Okay, why do you think never tweet a link to these streams? I don't really tweet them because I don't know, I kinda like the viewer count kind of low, so just the people who come as passerbys are fine with me. How did I get animation? I wanted to animate for a long time, but starting at uni really pushed me to do it because I really wanted to do it, and then joining Maps got me doing it, so it was nice. I met Maple through a live stream when she was drawing cats. As someone who graduated as animator, I've grown much more doing map parts. Yeah, I feel that. I feel I've grown more doing map parts than being at school, because I don't know, I guess because I'm doing it a lot in my free time, and map parts sort of get you to, they kind of, because there's so many talented people, they kind of push you to be at the same level. And like with all these soundtracks and this music to inspire you to keep going, it's like, cause like you'll see a map, you'll be like, oh, I like this song, and then it'll inspire you to animate to it, and it's nice. But yeah, because I do maps a lot faster paced than I do classes, then I feel like I've learned a lot more doing maps than I have actually at school. What level am I in Pokemon Go? I think I'm 13, but I haven't actually opened it in a long time. Was there a specific animator inspired me? Probably Alley Cat, to be honest, because I watched her ages ago and I really liked it. And I was like, oh, I want to animate for ages. Also, Nifty inspired me a lot, and she still does. Do I have the audio files? I have them MP3s, adding them to Photoshop, that seems to work okay, but I know some people have a problem with like dynamic something. Oh, this face. I look forward to that. I have to draw a body first, god damn it. Do I play MMOs? I don't, but I used to really like them. They're still enjoyable, I just wish I could find one I'd like. If I could have a second degree, it would probably... I mean, it would be something science or biology related, because my dream job was zoology. And I have two friends that did that, and they've got to go to South Africa, and they've got to work in zoos and stuff, and I'm like silently crying from afar because they both have my dream job. So I'd probably go for that, but I've never actually been good at revising and studying and stuff, so it would work well for me. Yeah, Alley Cat seemed to spawn the whole sort of animation community, and it was really sad what happened. She's still, like, an incredible person. What breed of cat is my favorite? I like snowshoes. They're really sweet. I don't know if that leg works. Sure it does. Elder Scrolls Online. I really like Elder Scrolls, but I've heard the game isn't so great. The online game, I mean. I really love Skyrim. And I've contemplated playing the older ones because Skyrim was my first, but we'll see. The in-betweens are great. I'm not participating in Art Fight, but it looks really cool and it's a really unique idea. I just have little time as it is to draw more stuff. I get exhausted just doing one commission a day. Okay, what else is there? Sorry if I've missed anyone. How long have me and Maple been together? Just over a year. It's like a year and 2 months, I think. I won't go into what happened to Alley Cat because this is a nice, happy stream, and it was kind of silly. Skyrim is fun, and I miss playing it, but I don't for some reason. I don't know who Lizard Wizard is, so I guess I don't hate him. He's a cool guy, whoever he is, I guess. I don't know who he is. What animation techniques do I tend to use? I don't know. Techniques. I don't really know, I just kind of get on with it. I don't really know how I'd break it down into techniques. I guess I try to implement the 12 principles, although sometimes I'm just lazy and I go off my head and I just want to get it done, so it's not usually the best, but... Where is this tail going, I wonder? It's just going to be jiggling and then I'll reanimate it at the end because this tail is like... Woo! I guess it's going up. Okay. Oh, okay, it's come a long way. Okay, maybe I'll look into it one day, but for now... I'm going back to uni soon, so I'll probably have even less time for games. In fact, not probably, I will have less time for games. I'm already way into Zoo Tycoon right now. I pre-ordered an expansion pack the other day. Not pre-ordered, I unordered one. Because I still haven't got it, and it's gonna be here in 2 weeks. I'm like, what the heck? It's taking so long. How long have I been animating? I animated a little bit when I was little, when I was like 12. But I first started kind of properly like December 2014, I'd say, because that's when I started my animation, my foundation animation course at my university. Do I enjoy hiking, being outside? Yeah, I don't do it a lot, but whenever I do it, I'm usually happy. I appreciate the outdoors. I was just at the beach the other day and I was like, man, this is nice. I probably prefer short-haired cats, because I like when they're all like skinny and lithe and majestic. Like I like oriental short hairs and I like Siamese. Yeah, sure, I like architecture. It's not like a big thing of mine, but yeah, why not? Yeah, sure, I like 21 Pilots. I don't listen to them so much anymore, but they're okay, yeah. Sure. When it comes to speed paints, tips when it comes to speed paints, I guess don't make the speed paint too long because viewers will lose interest. Have a nice sort of, mostly energetic music is quite nice with speed paints because it keeps them interested instead of like dozing off and getting bored. I don't know, have fun with it, I guess. Don't make it too long, don't make it too fast. Although, yeah. Any advice you'd give someone who's planning on selling their art? Ooh. Price depending on the hourly minimum wage, I guess. So how many hours it takes for you to do a thing. Use the hourly minimum wage to help. So put it above that, obviously. You can just use that as a starting point, I guess. Other than that, I just do commissions. I don't sell prints or anything, so I don't know in that regard, but don't be disheartened if you don't get people commissioning yet. Chances are you just need to advertise a little bit, but don't advertise where you shouldn't. Hi, Dream. How did I get to that drawing style? It's kinda, I don't know how to answer this question, because drawing styles I feel come naturally. It's a bit like handwriting. They're just sort of, they just happen just by themselves, but you can use the work of others to inspire you. Like if you like a particular style, you can look into why it's so successful and why you like it, and take some little things from it, but don't completely copy someone else's style, because it's kind of lazy and it's not unique. You know, just keep practicing and going and see what's comfortable for you. What system for speed paints do I recommend? I don't know what you mean by system for speed paints, but if you elaborate, maybe I'll be able to answer, I don't know. Do I plan to sell prints at some point? Maybe, I mean, people have been asking for prints, but not many, and I don't really know how to manage them, so I haven't really been thinking about it, but maybe one day, I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of any works of art I'm proud enough of to sell as prints, because most of my stuff is kind of sketchy these days and kind of lazy. I focus more on trying to like characters and stuff. Trying to draw characters, but I want to do more paintings, but I get distracted so easily, and I'm like, if it's not done in a few hours, I'm like, oh, I give up. Dream is the power to ban you. What kind of computer am I using? I'm using a Lenovo ThinkPad E560 with some enhancers to it. How many styles of art for animals do I have? I don't really know. I mean, just one? I mean, I do realism. Does that count? It's starting to rain. I hope you don't hear that. If it rains really heavily, I'll probably stop the stream because it gets really loud in this room. Sure, I like Hamilton. What art program do I suggest for beginners? GIMP. I started out using GIMP, which is free, and it's pretty much like Photoshop, but doesn't quite have the same amount of stuff. But it's very good, and I really liked GIMP, so yeah, I'd recommend GIMP probably. It's a nice, good old program that did me well. And the dog's life still uses GIMP to draw and animate, and she's excellent. So if you look at her stuff, you can see a good example of what you can make with GIMP. A lot of people seem to think it's the program that makes you good when that's not true at all. This leg is really dumb, I'm sorry. Me and Maple have been together for a year and 2 months, about. Yeah, it sounds like hail because I'm in a room where the roof is plastic. I'm in a conservatory, so it gets really loud. Yeah, it comes with time. Listen to Tennille, she is wise. Everything about this frame is awful. Her face just enhances it. It's fine, it's really fast. You won't even notice, I hope. Probably will. Never mind. You can look at this map part and then never look at it ever again. But watch the entire time lapse and give me money. No, I'm kidding. I love puppies. Hi, homie. I do know Disney. I would really like to find someone who doesn't know what Disney is. And yeah, that would be a rare find. Do I have a classmate or by myself in a college room? I am actually at home at the moment, like at my parents' house because it's summer and it's cheap to be here. But I could be at my college house if I wanted to be. And I have 4 other housemates in my college house, but I have a room to myself, which is nice. My housemates are very nice, although they're very extroverted whilst I am not, so that's interesting. So they like to go out a lot and I just like to stick at home, which sounds kind of boring, but I know, I'm comfortable at home. Is it harder for me to draw realistic cats or to animate cats my style? I haven't tried animating realism yet, but I imagine it's very difficult because realism requires detail and proportion. So it's probably easier to animate in my style because I kind of illustrate differently to how I animate because I simplify a lot when I animate because I'm lazy and I don't want it to take so long. So I've tried to adapt my style so it's better for animation, but who knows. How do I deal with art block? I cry and I also draw a lot from reference, so I'll do a lot of realism and then I'll probably shuffle back to traditional art, like I'll bring out my pastels and my pencils and try and draw on paper for a bit, because just a change of technique usually like loosens me up a bit and brings me out of that sort of frame of mind. That was a very good video I saw once, I think it's by Secra, that explained art block, and it's kind of like, it's not your art getting worse, it's just your mind thinking, like, why aren't I better, that kind of thing. Like, your mind suddenly thinks it looks worse when it's not, kind of thing. But it's horrible, and you feel like crap when you're in an art block, so it's horrible, yeah. I have seen The Last Unicorn. It was a while ago, but I think I remember enjoying it. I do watch Studio Ghibli movies, although I haven't actually watched many. I've only watched... I think I've only seen 3. I've seen Howl's Moving Castle a lot. And I've seen Spirited Away. I've been meaning to watch My Neighbor Totoro, but I haven't actually watched that many, thinking about it. But I do like them, so I need to find the time to watch more. If I finish my map part during the stream, will I show the finished part? Well, I would love it if I finished it during the stream, but I probably won't because I have to do a lot. Oh, thank you. I like lip syncing. I like it a lot, but I like it more... Instead of just running off sentences, I like it if there's just... Like, instead of, like, a character having a conversation, I like... You know, if there's, like, a prominent emotion in there, like if someone's really sad and they're speaking. and I can play with it and stretch stuff about, but this one is like, she's saying life, so she's really pushing it there, but when it's just here, and it's just, I've left the muzzle off to do lip syncing straight on it, so it's gonna be flat, and I feel bad for that, but whatever. That's gonna be boring, but I like the life bit, I guess. When did I start getting into animation? Probably like December 2014. Well, I was into animation before that, but I never actually animated because I was too scared of it. I animated a little bit in MS Paint and Flash and stuff, but other than that, I was kind of too scared to do it. I was scared of doing badly, which is a bad thing because you're always going to do badly when you first start a thing. But I've always been quite competitive, so I'm like, if it's going to be bad, I shouldn't do it, which is a really bad thing to think. So don't be like me. If you want to get into animation, just start, because don't be disheartened if it doesn't go right. You'll just, just starting is getting the ball rolling and getting you, like, actually doing it. Because it'll definitely get you places faster than instead of just sitting there and doing nothing. Like I did. Have I seen... No, I haven't seen that anime. I don't really watch anime too much, but it's yeah, it's nice. It's alright. This animation is for a map called Satisfied, so this is Squirrel Flight right now. Oops. But I need to work on characters and stuff because all my cats look the same. So once this map is done, I'm really gonna like try and push designs next time I animate, because at the moment I'm lazy and I'm like, if I just do the same, if I just make everyone look the same, it'll be faster, but really, it sucks. Yeah, when the acting goes with the lip sync, it is fun. I want angry characters, I want sad characters, I want characters that are, I don't know, confused, whatever. Do I use tutorials or lip syncing? I haven't. What did I use to help me lip sync? I don't know, I was just kinda inspired by map parts where like the lip sync was really intense. And I was just like, whoa, it looks so much better when people do that. So I kinda wanted to try doing that, and I guess that's what made me do it more? I don't know. Whoops, what is happening to that chest? Okay, it's going up, and then I made it go down again because I'm silly. For some reason. So yeah, I remember primarily it was Nifty's I Will Be There part that made me really want to improve my lip syncing. Well, my first ever lip sync part was High. So I guess I didn't really lip sync much before, but I used to play Minecraft. I had the same issue. I started last year. Yeah, as long as you start animating, like it might not be good, but at least you're starting and you're practicing and you will get better if you keep going. Like I really wish I started when I wanted to at like 13, because I'm like, whoa, if I'd been animating for 7 years, I'd be way better now than I currently am. And I keep thinking that. But what happened happened. And I drew cats instead, so it's fine. Do I like talking, connecting? Yeah, I like talking to you guys, because you're all having your own experiences, and you're either starting this animation thing, or you're getting through it, and it is hard, and it's a sort of difficult community to be in, because you want to be noticed, you want to be recognized, and you want to be unique, and I know when I was younger and I was sort of into this crowd, I would have loved being able to talk to the artists that I liked, so I do like talking to you guys, because I feel like you appreciate it, maybe. I'm not very good at it though. Like, usually when I stream I'm talking to someone and I completely forget the chat. And I'm sorry about that, but it is difficult to focus on loads of things at once. But I do really appreciate it. You keep getting timeouts talking. Oh yeah, sure, you can be mod. Why not? Boop. I think you're a mod now. It doesn't tell me. Oh yeah, it does. There you go. You're a mod. What animation programs are good for beginners? A friend of mine, Cola Cat in the Hat, made a video about that, and she showed how to use Pencil, which is a free animation program. So probably Pencil, although I've never used it myself. I downloaded it once and used it for a day, and then didn't touch it after that, because again, I was a child who was scared of animating, and I was like, no! I can't use it, I can't do it! And I put it away. You can't kick her anymore. It's gone. Oh, I'm glad that you found maps, Nikki. Just don't take too many, because that's when it gets stressful. But it's a very, I mean, it's a nice community. Every community has their dramas, has their, you know, bad points. But I think it's really nice that sort of a group of people who like this book series mainly have come together. And it's gotten a lot of people to learn a creative trait out of it. I mean, you wouldn't have thought that, you know, a book about cats like this book particularly, would get loads of young people to start art and animation, but it has, and it's really cool. Like, I probably wouldn't be as much into animation as I am now if it wasn't for the Warriors animation community. So, you know, it's gotten a lot of people to take specific career choices and stuff, and I think that's really awesome. Nice. I hope they're going well. Keep the number under 5, probably. I'd say 5 is an okay number. A lot of people take way too many, like they take up to 10 or 20, and they start to get really stressed out, and then it just turns into homework. Like, you finish a map part and you have to move on to the next one immediately, and I was in that position once, and it was awful. I'm glad I'm out of that now. I only have like 3 now, thank God. Do I enjoy making PMV parts? Yeah, sure. I mean, it depends what mood I'm in. I mean, sometimes I just really enjoy animating and I'd prefer to do that. But, oh god, I thought Photoshop froze on me for a second. Let's save before I forget. I haven't done PMV parts much, but I want to do more of them because I really like editing, like video editing, so I want to be able to do that a little bit rather than putting all the time into animation. I just want to do like some nice pictures and be able to make a move. You have 9 parts into your dream, no. It gets stressful. Oh, you don't need to read it if you don't want to. I mean, it's not the best book series in the world, but I enjoy it. And it's gotten a lot of people into this kind of thing, which is kind of nice. I don't know, I just really like animals, so any books or games or films about animals I'll be way into, to be honest. Like frickin'... I bought this one, a really short game, just because you can play as an animal, and I loved it, and it's really simple. And a lot of people find it boring, but I loved it just because you could play as an animal, and that's it. Animals are like them, they're good, they're cool. I'll enjoy a book where the animals are the characters rather than where humans are the characters, because, I don't know, I just like it more. Bye, Isabella. How long of an animation would you recommend? Not long, because animation is tiring, and just doing a short one will get you practicing. Just do lots of little things rather than one big thing, probably, because you'd be dedicated to that big thing, and it might suck a lot of time. But I don't know really, to be honest. Oh, it's moving a bit faster now. Thank you, JC. Cats are not my favourite animal. Orcas are my favourite animal. And dolphins and whales and such. And then I like cats. So I like cats a lot, but not as much as whales. But they're harder to draw, so I don't draw them so much. But I drew some the other day and I had a great time. I'll animate if I'm like in an anything or an OC map again one day. I'll probably try to animate whales or something. That'll be interesting. Gosh. At least the backgrounds will be easy. It's just blue. But I really like caracals. They're probably my second favorite. And then I really like cheetahs too. So whenever I see cheetahs or caracals, I get very excited. I subbed to her recently. Oh gosh. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know her YouTube from the name Lauren, but I'll probably recognize the YouTube name. When did I start drawing? When I was little, but seriously around 12. Yeah, I played Shelter. I love Shelter. That was the game I was on about earlier, where it's like really short and really simple, but I really like it. Just the art style is so lovely too. I love it. When did I start animating? December 2014. I did a little bit of animating before that, but not much. How did I find the Warriors series? A friend showed it to me. She was like, whoa, look at this book about cats. And I was like, okay, I don't really read, but sure. And I read it, and I read the whole like first book in the first night, and I was like, okay, I need more of this. I like it. And it was great because we were both into Warriors, and we were both learning to draw cats together. And then she moved, and I never saw her again. So that was sad. And now I'm lonely in the cat world, but internet's good, I guess. When I was in middle school, did I draw a lot during class? A little bit. I mean, I didn't really like to draw. I only drew like apples and stuff in like the sidebar things. Oh, I've done that wrong. I didn't draw many big things. So I liked learning, and I did kind of pay attention to the teacher, but my class was always really bad because they were very loud and annoying. Favorite warrior cat is either Cinderpelt or Ravenpaw. Yeah, I've played Paws as well. That was very sweet. They're very atmospheric. It's beautiful. I wish they were longer, but you know, it's a nice, cute little, pretty indie game. I wasn't expecting length out of it. Oh, I've been ignoring Skype. Yeah, it's probably Wolf Quest. The graphics are definitely nicer in Shelter. But yeah, it's pretty much like Wolf Quest. I mean, you look after. I mean, with Shelter, it's just looking after cubs and that's it. And Wolf Quest is like getting territory and then getting cubs and stuff. But the aesthetics in Shelter are so nice. And the animation's a little nice. But Wolf Quest is made by a little zoo, so I'm not expecting a lot out of it. I can't believe it got so big. People just love wolves so much. They just love wolves. I remember I played this online game, called Fly Like a Bird, where you fly like a bird. You're a bird, and I liked it. And people were role playing as wolves on there, and I was just like, just go on Wolf Quest. Like you're actually wolves on there. Stop role playing wolves on a bird website. But that was just me being a moany little 14-year-old. My job, I don't know. I'll take what comes to me. But this second year I'm going into will help me sort of specify what I want to specialize in. Like whether it's animation or layout or character design or whatever. Creature design would be great, but I can't draw animals all my life as much as I want to. Oh my god. Okay, only a few more to go. Yeah, I have seen the game Inside. It's so interesting. I watched a playthrough of it the other day, and I was so intrigued by it. It was great. Maps that I would have loved to get apart. I mean, I like your typical popular ones. Like, I really loved I Will Be There. That's like one of my favorite maps. I really wanted to be in We Will Still Die when it came out because I became friends. Oh my god, I'm yawning. I became friends with that lot after like it had started. So I became friends with them whilst it was being made. So I didn't have a chance to get into it. And then it posted, and everyone was so excited. And I was like, oh, I wish I could have a part of it too. But you know, it was before my time. I think there's a map called Beautiful, and that looks like a nice map, but I really told myself to stop joining more of them. Oh, hi Tuss. Storyboard artist, yeah, that's another one I wouldn't mind doing. I like rough work a lot. But I'm not good at actually storytelling, so I probably wouldn't do great at that, but oh well. I have wanted to host a map myself, but I wanted to do it this summer, but I didn't have time. So I'm like, whatever, I'll do it another time, whatever. People have started to like maps less now because they've taken so many that they're kind of draining them a lot, so now's not a very good time to post a map anyway. Everyone's too drained and exhausted. My brushes are on my about page. The furry fandom, I think they're nice. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a furry, but I wouldn't be surprised if other people did, so I don't really mind. I think it's nice. I mean, they seem friendly. I mean, I'm not into the whole, like, sexy animals thing, but I like anthropomorphic animals. And I'm sad that they have such a bad name now. But, oh well. Because I find animals so much more fun to draw than drawing people. So it would be fun to draw anther animals, but, like, I don't want to be that person in my class who just does that, and then they're labeled, and it's like, oh, just grow up. People are so weird towards furries, and it's like, Jesus Christ. My housemate was really about furries, but I think he still is, but I kind of made it better, I guess, I don't know. I think he thinks I'm a furry. Oh, Sweet Devil, yeah, Sweet Devil was great. I really love short-term maps that you have to do in like a few days because everyone's working on them at once, and usually they're all streaming and you can see them all working, and like every time a new part is uploaded you're all excited and you're like, whoa, there's another new part for it, and you're like racing to get an idea and to get your part done in time. It's just so much fun. I really wish there were more of those in the summer, because last summer there was Meet Me in the Woods, and there was The Valley, which is crazy. It was only 3 hours. And, oh, they make me so happy to watch, because they're such, like, summer, like, the nostalgia of last summer kind of maps. And I miss maps like that, so Sweet Devil was probably this year's summer nostalgia. I have heard of Flight Rising, but I don't really get on with websites like that. I mean, they're fun, but I just keep forgetting to check them. Like, I got a fur villa when that was a thing, and I forgot completely about that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people did. But, you know, it was fun for, like, a day. Oh god, that ear fur just gets real big. Where did I learn to animate and draw? Drawing, I guess, came over the years of me just drawing cats all the time because I find them fun to draw. And now they look like this, and they'll probably change, like, in a year or so. My cats look very different now than they do to last year. And it'll probably be the same for next year, and that's just how it goes. Animation, I just looked at, I know, other animators that inspired me, and I sort of kept animating, and I've learnt new stuff. And also, I take animation at college, so that's taught me a bit. That eye is really weird. But yeah, there's no, like, secret to learning how to get really good in a few words, unfortunately. I wish there was, because that would be great. But really, you just have to work really hard. It's not easy, and there's no easy route to doing it. But it's worth it in the end. Oh, Tennille, if you host 48-hour maps, I'd be interested. Well, it depends how busy I am, I guess. Summer's always the best, because everyone's free and ready to die. But then when school happens, it's like, I'm dying enough already. But it gets, like, map parts out the way real quick. Instead of, like, joining a map that's months in advance, and you're like, okay, I don't have to worry about that yet. And then the deadline creeps towards you, and you're like, oh boy, I need to do that. And it's hanging over you for ages, and then you die. Why do I put ovals on the eyebrows? I saw some art styles use, like, circles for, like, animal eyebrows and stuff. Because of the muscle above their eye, I guess. Or, like, where the whiskers come out. And I liked the look of it, so I changed my eyebrows to just having the ovals. But then it wasn't expressive enough, so I added the lines. So it's like an eyebrow line, but with blobs on them. And I guess it's become what people recognize in my style, because whenever people try to copy my style, they put these giant circles on their face. It's like, I guess you can tell what people notice when they look at my style, I guess. Sometimes I make them really big, not gonna lie. Late fall. Be careful around December, because I don't know if it's the same every December, because last December was my first, like, December in the community. But last December, there was literally, like, a new map every single day, and it was so exhausting. It's like, oh my god, a lot of them were really good, but it's like, you actually have to restrain yourself, because there were so many, and it was terrifying. And then Ray released Roxanne in December too, and it was like, oh my god, this is it's too busy. This like December is too busy. I think because people are getting breaks from school again, so they're like, now's a good time to host a mat. But it's like, whoa, there are so many. Bye, Dream. I haven't seen Stranger Things, but I want to. I like Steven Universe, yeah. Who is the Doctor? I'm guessing that's a Doctor Who reference, maybe, which I haven't watched. And yeah, I know what Undertale is, but I don't like to talk about it because people get annoying about it. To VH. But no, it's a good game. It's a good game. Sorrel Pause. First, I'm gonna stop you right there because comparing artists isn't cool. So I like them both. How about that? I'm so sneaky. I'm too sneaky. Oh, you joined last September. Yeah, November and December was super busy. That must have been a confusing time to join. Oh yeah, Better Days. That's during December, isn't it? Better Days. You have to be careful because people have become so lax with deadlines recently. Like last year, it seemed like people stuck to them pretty well. That face is so squishy. We're gonna ignore that. But this year, I've noticed people are so lax with deadlines now. Like people don't seem to kick their animators anymore because they're too nice, which I can understand. But it's like maps aren't getting done because people are taking really long. Like Five Giants is almost a year old, which is understandable because everyone's terrified of it, and there were like 60 parts. My friend hosted a map to be finished in February. In fact, two of my friends hosted maps to be finished in February. One of them being Blame, and that's not done yet. Because people get to the point where they've done a bit for the part, and you feel bad kicking them because they've done a bit. But it's like, come on, it's been months. But yeah, you have to be careful. So it'll be nice to see parts rolling in at that time. That's what I'm scared about hosting my own map, because I'll just get annoyed with everyone because they're not reaching the deadline. End of November, okay. That's alright, that's fine. I'm excited to do my Better Days part because I like lip sync. And Blue Star is like all sad / confused / angry. Yeah, I don't reply to private messages a lot, but recently I've been getting a bit better because my DeviantArt was so cluttered that I was just like too stressed to reply to anything. But now that my DeviantArt messages are empty, I can reply to them quicker. So yeah, I do like reply to messages and stuff, but I don't really reply to comments on YouTube so much anymore because I get a few. So I hope people aren't mad at me about that, but there's just so many to reply to, I just can't. And I feel sad when people are like, oh, you're better than this artist because you actually reply, and it's like, no, please understand that it takes a lot of time to reply to comments. Like, they're not a bad person if they don't reply to you, they just can't. They're a nice person still. How did I meet Maple? I met her through a live stream last year. I can't remember how I subscribed to her in the first place, though. I think I saw some art of hers on Tumblr, and I think her YouTube was like linked through her Tumblr or something. A few. I can't do art trades at the moment. I have lots of commissions to do, and I also have a lot of this to do, so I don't really have much time for much else. If I took on art trades as well, I wouldn't have like personal time to do my own stuff like drawing for myself. And that would be sad, and I'd be sad, so... I'm sorry, homie. Yeah, they do take a long time, but like, people have been a lot more relaxed with deadlines now, so you can probably do it now. I mean, it'll be a good thing to be serious about map parks. You can really show off your skills. Because at the end of the day, it is a free project that you're joining, like, for free. But also it is important to respect the deadline as well, but don't stop that from, don't let that stop you from going all out and trying your best, because I bet it'll turn out really awesome. Yeah, the maps that just have like 5 parts left. It's like, it's so close. I think Blame is like that right now, and it's been like almost finished for so long, and the same with Lullaby for Princess, that was almost finished for a long time. And now it has finished, which is awesome. But like for the longest time, it was just like almost there, but not quite. And it's like, oh, I think Aaron Bursa is like that at the moment as well. I'm really excited for that map to come out, but at the moment it's just like 2 more parts left or something like that, and I'm like, oh, come on. Actually, I think it's more than that, but still, it's like, oh. Hot damn. They were due in like January, I think. Actually, no, that's dumb. I did my part in Easter. It was due in like... Oh, she looks sad there. Oops. Okay, I keep waffling and missing questions. I'm sorry. I am English, yes. Uh... Copyrighted songs. Most songs, actually, you can use them, but the song owner will monetize it for themselves. So you can use it, you just won't get the money from it, which is fine. So that's what happens with most maps. So there are just some songs, I don't know what they are, that will get blocked, so you can't use them at all. I think there's a lot of popular songs, like Coldplay songs and stuff like that. But that's not very common, to be honest. Free programs to suggest for beginners, probably either good old MS Paint, where you have to save each frame separately, or Pencil. Oh, okay, you can license songs to cheat, that's alright. There is like on YouTube, if you go into Video Manager and then create on the side, there is a audio library you can use. So there's monetizable songs on there, and also there's like, you can look at this list of songs that you can use, that you can't use, sorry. I mean, you can use, but you can't monetize them. And then if you search for a song in there and it isn't on that list, then you can monetize it, so that's quite nice. So I want to find a meme that I can do, that I can monetize. Because I don't want to do a meme that I can't make money off of, because it takes time. And that's why I started adding time lapses as well, because it's like, map parts take a long time, it's nice to get just a little bit extra off of it, you know? And people seem to like time lapses, so everybody wins! But yeah, if you're wondering why people do that, that's why. I have not read all the Warriors books, there are an awful lot of them, but I want to read some of the super editions because those are my faves. Sorry, yeah, I do live in Britain. I've probably missed some things. I kind of waffle and I miss a lot of stuff. But it's all good. This ear right here is driving me nuts. Yeah, and tutorials at the end of the video, just anything to lengthen it. And get your minutes watched up, because otherwise it's such a waste. Like, I feel that, like, with my Aaron Burr part, it's gotten like 100,000 now for some reason, and I'm like, if I put just something on the end of that, I would have made, you know, more than nothing. Because it's making, like, for 100,000 views, that map part is probably generated $1. which is like 60p or something. I don't know. Yeah, if you get a lot of views, then yeah, it's profit. But if you don't earn much, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. But you definitely do not earn much at all if it's under 1 minute, because YouTube changed its system and like messed everything up for animators. So thanks YouTube for that. It's great. It's awesome. Really inspiring the creative people out there. How much money do I get with monetizing? It depends. It depends how successful a month is. Like if I make a lot of stuff, it definitely does better. Like June did well for me because I released a meme and also 2 map parts, I think. No, not June, sorry. May. I was traveling in June. I didn't do nothing in June. Animators do have it hard on YouTube, it's really upsetting. Like, it used to be, apparently you used to be able to earn like a decent living if you were a successful animator on YouTube, because the monetization would count on the views instead of the minutes watched, which is nice for animators because, you know, it takes a lot more effort to create more minutes. But they changed that, so now you have to have a lot of minutes, which is why gaming is so popular, because it earns a lot of money, because you can make loads of minutes really easily because you just play a game for like 20 minutes and then you get 20 minutes worth of dollar. And then with animators, like, oh, now I have to animate loads more. And that takes a lot more time. Yeah, sorry, I need to answer questions. I do go to animation art school, currently. I'm in the middle of one right now. Yeah, it is hard to make a living off YouTube, it's annoying. How did I discover my drawing type? Nobody ever starts good at drawing, so it just it comes with practice and hard work. Like, being good at something, not just drawing, just being good at anything doesn't come easy. I mean, sometimes it does for others, but like, you can't expect to be good at something right off the bat. Like, you have to put hard work into things. YouTube hates memes. They do hate memes. Whoa, Butter Tiger, you have some really old art of mine as your icon. That's kind of funny to see. I drew that in college. It's kind of like high school, I guess. My favorite map that I did is probably I'm a Star, because that was really fun. Will I leave the stream open for other people? Probably not, because it's kind of long and also kind of muddled. Let's close it afterwards. Hi, Luna and Night. I should show my first drawings. Good idea. I'm going to show what my first drawings look like. Let's see. I have them in a folder somewhere. Not in that one though, apparently. Old stuff. I got into Warriors through a friend of mine who introduced the books to me. My favorite song at the moment is probably Adventure of a Lifetime by Coldplay. I like it. I keep listening to it. I also like Jenny from Studio Killers and another one that I've forgotten now. Let's see, what's the oldest one in here? Do I plan to animate humans? I have done that before, but I don't find humans very fun. Also, I'm not very good or confident at them, so probably not. But I will have to eventually. Here we go. This is a really old drawing of Finch. Look at that. That's beautiful. I used to love MS Paint. Here's another really old drawing of Finch. She used to have green eyes. You see no satisfaction in her eyes. I used to do loads of requests. So I'd have loads of drawings just of cats just like in a field or something. I remember being proud of this one. So edgy. Well, not that edgy. I have some edgy. These are like, oh, here's another drawing of Finch. I have a speed paint of this one on my old channel. This is from like 2009. So I was, how old was I? That was 7 years ago. I was 13. Which is crazy, because you look at the 13-year-olds these days and it's like, Jesus Christ. People are real good because they found, because technology is so like accessible to younger people now, like people like who are like 8, 9 years old are getting iPads and stuff. So they're finding artists so early and they're practicing so early and they're getting real good and it's terrifying. But yeah, that's how I used to draw. I probably missed a load of questions looking at those, I'm sorry. Babby art is a fave. Yeah, I mean the manga and stuff. I mean, I really practiced a lot at that age because I was part of a roleplay group and I took requests and not many people drew, so they were like asking me to draw all the time. So I was drawing a lot, but they all looked pretty much the same. But you do see gradual improvement over time, but they do look kind of similar. Young people gonna take over the world. Well, when they get older, they probably will. You won't see 13-year-olds running the country. That will probably be messy. Oh, geez. I probably have a really old animation somewhere, but... Oh god, are there 150 people watching? Oh, Jesus, there are. Hello. It was only 60 earlier. Where did that nice number go? But the chat is a lot chiller and nicer than it used to be, so thanks. I'm just gonna watch this quickly. This is kicking my butt. How do I develop my style? I wish I had, I mean, one day when I'm bored, I'll probably like find a line of old drawings to clearly show how my style changed, because you can see like gradual changes and sometimes it'll change like drastically. But originally spawned from looking at Warriors manga, my favorite artists and stuff. Do I have my own sketchbook? I have some really old sketchbooks with old stuff in them. I have current sketchbooks that I use, but I don't draw on them too often. I usually draw on them when I travel. So, but yeah, I post a lot of sketches on Instagram and stuff. I like Instagram. It's so easy to use, but unfortunately there's a lot of theft on there, but oh well. Yeah, bird noises. They've been keeping me going. Drawing a coaster, yeah, just draw anywhere, like, get that practice in. I like to draw on napkins and stuff. Now I need to look at Skype quickly. Keep ignoring Skype and I feel bad. Thank you, Raccoon. I like lip syncing a lot. I want to do more. I want to do more lip syncing like I'm a Star, where it's like really exaggerated. Well, it wasn't too exaggerated, I'm a Star, but like, I don't know, the character was so like peppy and bubbly, and it's like, I want to do more of that, but this one is just saying, I'm about to change your life. And there's not really much push in it, although I did push the life. Oh, you stalked my Twitter? I'm really sorry. My Twitter is a mess because I'm a terrible whiny person. But I enjoy Twitter a lot. I am on it way too much. But I feel like I've become close to a lot of people because of it. It's so easy to talk to people on Twitter, and it's so easy to see what other people are doing, which I really like. It is nice. Could I do a 12 Principles of Animation video? I think J-Stars is going to do one of those, and she is very good, so look out for that if she is still doing one. I don't have time to do one anymore because it's almost the end of summer. But maybe I'll go over it one day, I just won't go over it in detail, like... But you can just look up 12 Principles of Animation, and then you'll go to Wikipedia and it lists them and explains them, so you can just look at those. And there are also... Actually, I can recommend some to you because I know some really good ones. Wait, I probably don't have them favorited, but there were some really nice good ones that are really short and sweet, and I liked them. Oh no, what are they? 12 Principles of Animation. Oh, I already said that, okay. Sorry, I can't see things right now. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. They're only like 2 minutes each for each thing, but they explain them really well. So here they are, that'll probably go really quick. Print supplies, I wrote principles, I can't type, oh my god. Hi DW. Sure, you can make me an animation if you want, that'd be very nice of you, you don't have to. What did you say that was an animation maker that is free? Pencil. Pencil is a free. Also OpenTunes. But that's a lot more professional and harder to use, I think. But if you can use it, that's awesome. And I know Hulu Mail has some nice tutorials on OpenTunes. So you can look at those. Whoa, her eye moves funny. Ugh. It goes fast. We don't care. What made me come up with the name Finchwing? I was joining a roleplay website and I needed a warrior name, and I liked the name Dawnleaf, but it was taken, so I was like, I like Finches. Finchwing it is, and that was it. And it's been that ever since. And yeah, I can't escape it now. Oh, thank you elsewhere there. I don't really have songs in mind. I mean, there's a meme that I want to do, but you can't monetize it, so I probably won't. I did want to do something this year that involved animating a scene from the books that just focused on like ambient noise and atmosphere and stuff. And instead of voice actors, I was just going to use cat meows. And I was excited to do it, but I kind of just ran out of time. Like, I kind of underestimated how much time it would take. But I still want to do it because it sounds fun. But it wouldn't have any music in it, so it'll just be like natural. Yeah, I could be Dawnleaf right now, and I kind of do prefer Finchwing now, so I'm glad I did go for that in the end. I prefer Finchwing, but that's probably just because I've been stuck with it for 7 years. Oh, that's one way to get a name. To be honest, that's how I come up with OC names. I go on like Google Translate and see what sounds cool. I haven't used Toon Boom, but I want to. I want to learn Toon Boom. I'm terribly impatient. I want to know it really quickly. But my university uses it, so they'll probably teach me eventually. I have it. Well, it expires. Mine expires in December, but I do have it. I just need to use it. I tried using it for a whole day, and I got really confused. So I was like, one day I'll conquer Toon Boom. But today is not that day. I should animate that part from the books. Yeah, I want to. It just take a long time. Yeah, Toon Boom looks nice. I mean, Photoshop I feel is quite slow, but it's all I've ever known. Like, vectors just look faster, but I'm not really a fan of them, so I am torn. It's a hard world. I don't really have a favorite anime because I don't really watch anime, but I don't know, I like Osamatsu and Gekugurashi. There you go. That'll do. Ugh. Okay, that's going fast, it doesn't matter. You can see how lazy I animate, it's great. Okay. If someone tells you you suck, don't listen to them, because you are trying very hard and you are doing very well. And you're doing the thing in the first place, which makes you brave and awesome. And usually people are just envious. So if people tell you you suck, then don't listen to them, because they suck. Excuse me, DW. Oh, your friend is Grim Halo. Yeah. I bought a character from them and I love it. I need to draw them more. I need to draw a lot of characters more. I'm a terrible mother. But no, I really love the design. They're really good with designs. I think this left leg is being lifted up, isn't it? It is, but I made it really thin by accident. Whoops. That'll do. How long have I been drawing? Seriously, since I was like 13, so like 2009, but I liked to draw when I was little, so if that counts, then... Yeah, I have loads of OCs that I just never draw, because I find Finch really fun to draw, so I just draw her all the time. And I'm awful. And I need to be better at coming up with stories so I can actually use them. But I joined a roleplay group recently, so I can actually develop a character. So I'm happy about that, but I'm scared of roleplaying because I haven't done it so long. So we'll see how that goes. I met Maple through a live stream about a year and 2 months ago. Nope, not a year and 2 months ago. We started being together a year and 2 months ago. I met her last February 2015. There you go. I don't read Wings of Fire, unfortunately. Yeah, I think Toon Boom's pretty good for that stuff. I just need to learn to use it. So I know how to do that. But for now I'm comfortable in Photoshop, I guess. Thank you, I'm glad you like my stuff. A roleplay group called the Blue Tides, I think. It's just a Warriors one. Because I missed roleplaying Warriors. I joined it with Maple. Whoops! I probably won't do a 30-day animation challenge just because animating every day is exhausting, so probably not, but I bet that's a very good way to like practice and learn. So maybe one day when I'm less exhausted by creative things. The hardest part of animating for me, probably just getting the movement I want to look, satisfying, and also to keep the same volume of character and to keep the character looking the same. Like, I usually go off, like, the character will end up looking quite blobby, or they'll like change size or shape, and I'm like, I don't want that. And just to get like the movement looking how I want, because I have such like horribly high expectations for myself that I get really disappointed when it doesn't go right, which I guess a lot of people have, you know. Animation is that kind of thing. But like, yeah, that's hard. I hate lining, but at the end of the day, lining is just sort of tracing over what you've already done. Kind of. So, it's not really hard, it's just boring. Like, I've been lining this for hours now. How often do I draw on paper? I draw every other day on paper. Like, I like it because it's fast and it's fluid and it feels natural. But I need to save like my creative energy for doing commissions and animating on here, so I don't do it too much because if I did it on paper, I'd like get tired of drawing, and then I wouldn't want to do a commission, which I really need to do. What kind of traditional art do I do? I have loads of Copics that I need to use because I spent a lot of money on them, so I need to use them. I like oil pastels a lot. I use those the most. I keep skipping a question. I'm sorry, I don't see all the questions. What is... I need to scroll up and look at it now, don't I? I don't see it, so... Oh no, ask it again, I might grab it. The collab I'm doing for Five Giants is still in the making. We've been pretty slow with it because we don't have much motivation for it, but all it needs now is background and editing. We're just waiting for our background artist to get home in a few weeks. I decided to make Finch Caracal because I thought it was... I thought it was... I know, it was just a nice difference and I found it a bit more unique than just a cat, and I like the character in Caracals. I don't know, I liked the idea of giving her something different in her design, like the big ears, because now everyone comments on her big ears, and I know that that's her most, like, recognizable design trait, and I'm glad that people see that, like... And I found a lot of people have been making like caracal characters and characters with big tufty ears now. I mean, tufty ears were popular anyway, but I've seen people with really big ones. I'm like, I wonder if Finch is spawning new ones. It is really hot in the UK. It's great. I love it. Nice cat poses. Well, when you draw a lot of cats from photographs, you sort of learn how they're built, and then you can kind of draw them any way you want, so... I don't know, I like to put them in weird, funky floating poses, and I really like drawing back legs, so I like sticking the back legs out and doing weird stuff, I don't know. I never made a drawing for the Animal Jam wiki, so I don't know what that's about, but no, I've never played Animal Jam either. I know of it, because people don't shut up about it sometimes, but I never made a drawing for the wiki, so... Good for them, whoever did that in my name. Thanks. Are there any people that, when I was growing up, inspired my style? There are a few people. There was the Warriors manga to begin with. Like, you can see this... Oh, I still have my old drawings up. Look at this. That's kind of really terrible version of the Warriors manga that we're going to put away right now. I used to draw from that, because they used to be, on the old Warriors website, there was a video like, how to draw a grey stripe, and everyone used it, so everyone had a drawing of grey stripes somewhere on their DA or something. I also liked, at the time they were called Ryu Love Sute, or they were called Autumn's Hell, or they were called something else. Now they're called Sokowish. I like their style a lot, and I still do. You should check out Sokowish, because their stuff is still amazing, and it's still my favorite. That hasn't changed. There weren't really any art styles I downright copied, like a lot of people do. Other than the manga, probably. Other than that, I just kind of it kind of drifted into drawing like this, and then that drifted into drawing like this, and then that drifted into drawing like this. That's when I got GIMP, so I blurred everything. And then that that became, oh, it's hard to find the next step because it's all in different folders. It became just like stuff like that, and that just kind of, I don't know where it went from there, but this is around where I got GIMP. I have some old Finch stuff. Yeah, Finchwing isn't really a unique name, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's another Finchwing. I lost my train of thought. I was looking at my old Finches. So that became this. So there's another Finch that's really old. And then that became this. And then it became... Oh, I had this style where I had really big triangular eyes like that. That's a great... Oh, that's awful. And then I drew like that. And then I drew like... I don't really see any big changes. There's another one. These are really old. Oh yeah, I remember I drew... This is when I first got Photoshop. Look at those eyes. And then it kind of jumped when I drew like that. So it became that and then that. And I guess I don't know, I used cheeks a bit more. I don't know. It's still... I stopped because I used to have this thing where I connected the nose to the eyes like there. And then I stopped that here. And then that kind of developed into like this stuff, and then this stuff, and then this stuff, and it's getting close to present now, and then it got to like last year when I was doing this stuff, and then oh, there's a big jump from there though. And then I guess, well, that's last year. It moved on to more of this, and it became more like present day, and then it's more like this now. And yeah, now it's like that. I guess that's a really bad show of how it kind of changed, I guess. There was a big jump in there, but that's kind of like the basic timeline of drawings I have right now. Now I need to close all of these. Bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Get out. Do. There's so many. Okay, there we go. And now we're like this. This really weird in between, but it's not really that weird. Just kind of like looking all devious. I probably missed a lot of questions when doing that, but I don't know. I find it quite interesting when I see like someone's sort of journey in drawing, because everyone has their own like little journey of how they got to where they are, and it's really interesting to see what decisions they made and what they ended up doing and what was comfortable for them to draw and stuff. It's cool to look at. Yeah. I did do those like things on DeviantArt where you like showcase your drawings for the year. Looking at those would probably be better. I did enjoy my trip to Canada, thank you. I loved it. It was the best month of my life. Like, seriously. That sounded very sarcastic, but no, it was like, it was so unreal how amazing it was and how comfortable I felt with everyone. Like, it's probably the same with a lot of people here. I don't usually find people that I really enjoy the company of, and like people I really consider friends. And that was kind of like the first kind of taste of what that's like, I guess. Not the first, but for a long time, and it was really nice. What's my favorite book / TV series? I don't read many books. So I don't know about that one. TV series, I like BoJack Horseman a lot, and Steven Universe. They're a little bit different to each other. Yeah, I really loved Canada. It was so pleasant. I would definitely not mind living there one day, because it's definitely closer to everyone I know of. How did I get my name? I wanted to join a Warriors roleplay website, and the first name I wanted was taken, so I went with Finch instead. Yeah, there are meant to be bird noises, sorry. Instead of music, I thought I'd play it forest sounds. 'Cause I'm silly. And it's all relaxing and nice, and it makes me not want to cut off my hands whilst animating this. Which is always a good thing. I don't want to cut off my hands. I've cut off squirrel's hands though, look at that. That's a good paw right there. Monster Reunion. That's the episode, I think. Yeah, I liked the episode. I probably shouldn't say much because it might be spoilery. But no, that was a really lovely episode. My first impression of Maple, I thought she was like really talented, and she was very, not quiet, but she had like a very soft voice. I don't know, I just kind of drew to her very quickly. I liked her stuff a lot, and I thought she was very kind. How often do I draw on paper? Oh, bye Tess, sorry. I draw on paper every other day, but I don't want to exhaust myself by drawing on paper, because usually I have to do a commission a day, so I'll usually draw it on paper at night if I'm not too tired or something. I have a sketchbook by my bed that I'll just doodle weird things in. I'm not a creative person, so I like to just draw cats in poses or weird little doodles, like Finch with a hat or something. I like to draw weird doodles of Finch doing weird things. When did I first start taking interest more? As about like 2008, maybe? Oh, my favorite season is summer. I love summer. I like it when it's hot. And when everyone is happy except the people who hate the heat. And everything is bright and you feel good. My favorite part of the animation process, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. I don't really have a particularly favorite part. I like when it goes right and I feel satisfied and I'm like, I can't wait to finish it. If I really like the sketch, I'll finish the whole part like really quickly because I'll find it really fun to work on. But if I don't like the sketch, I'll try and fix it, and if it's like okay, I'll spend ages finishing it. Like this, for example. I've been working on this for a long time because I don't like it. So it's taking me a while. I mean, I don't mind Squirrelfly in this, but Bramblestar or Claw is a bit. He's alright. I'm gonna change him because the animation at the end for him I don't like, so I'm gonna fix that definitely. It is very hard to animate. Yes, It is difficult. Yes, I like bagels. My relationship with Maple Spider is romantic. Trying to sort out visiting her next year as well. Meeting her was very nice. Maybe that tail should raise up. It needs to stop getting cut off now. The hardest part about animating, I don't know, it's like getting the movement right and keeping the form consistent. And I should stop cutting this tail off. It needs to end eventually. It needed to be more poofy, really, but it's gotten too far now. No, okay, that's really, it looks really short now. This tail is really long, okay. Yeah, doing the keys is nice. There we go. That's the nice part of animating. Doing the keys, because you're just putting the rough parts in. You're just getting, like, you're just trying to do problem solving and trying to figure out how you want it to look. And it doesn't require much detail or much tediousness like lining is right now. Which is why I like to stream when I line, because it makes it less tedious, because I get to talk to people. Hi, Nova! Yes, Finch is a coracle. Do I have tips on stretching my hands and arms so I don't cramp? I don't really do stretches and I don't cramp a lot, but I don't know what I do. I guess make sure you stand up a bit, make sure your back is straightened sometimes. I've heard a good exercise to do when you're just getting ready is just to do this. Except maybe more zoomed in, so you stretch your arm more. And like, I don't know, just stretch your arms out, I guess. I don't know. I don't know any proper stretches. Because I don't do them, even though I probably should. Yeah. Animating tails is my favorite thing. Tails are my favorite thing to animate, so I don't find them very hard. Usually I do them straight ahead. I did do them straight ahead in the sketch. But this tail is kind of boring, because it just lifts up, and over here it's just like there. But I really like doing the tail in I'm a Star. I wonder if I can bring that up, actually. Any excuse to bring up I'm a Star, because that was my fave to do. It was so fun. Where is it? Dupe. The dupe. There it is. I think it's in here. I haven't used DeviantArt Miro. Here it is, his I'm a Star. I really like doing the tail in this bit. I really enjoyed doing that. Because, like, I don't know, doing follow through is something that's really fun to do for me. Like, his tail is kind of following the action of his body. Like, I liked curling it there and stuff. I don't know, doing that tail was the most fun I've had with this map. Oh man. This map part was really fun. I like doing this lip sync as well. But yeah, I'll close him now. Goodbye. Actually, there it is. I like that frame. Goodbye. Gone. Okay, I need to do this. Yeah, I really like animating tails. It's my favorite thing. If I could just animate tails the rest of my life, I'd be very happy. I'm not really into furries, but I don't mind them. Like, I think fursuits are cool, and I like anthropomorphic animals. I don't like the whole making animals sexy kind of thing, but, you know, everyone has their opinions and stuff, so yeah, they're alright. Oh, the first thing you watched from me was I'm a Star? Okay, well, it all goes downhill from there. Can't animate tails. Well, the more you try and the more you practice, the better you'll get. I mean, you can't just wish you could do something and expect to be good. You have to try really hard. Like, it doesn't come easy. But it's all worth it in the end. Like, you learn a nice little skill from it. But yeah, it's like you can't go around thinking, oh, I wish I could do that, because it doesn't get you anywhere. Like, you get a lot of people who comment saying, I wish I could animate like this, but I suck, and that's like such a bad thing to say, because like, it makes the animator feel bad, and also it makes you feel bad, and also it's like, it's not helping you at all. Just feeling sorry for yourself isn't going to make you any better. So yeah, go out there and animate a thing. Other than Finchwing, what is my favorite character? Of mine, I guess? I need to give more love to my characters. I have a character who used to be called Ara, now she's called Ari. And I like her. She's in my really old speed paint called Stars Align that everyone really seems to like for some reason. It's like my #1 like income provider for my YouTube. It gets the most views and the most revenue out of anything else I have. So I'm thankful to her for that. Am I gonna do anything for Art Fight? I'm not, unfortunately. I think it's a really cool idea, but I don't really have the time or energy to draw more things than I already have to do. But no, it's a really cool idea. I like it. Oh, you found me in the comment section. Oh, I'm glad. I always found that was a good way to get sort of recognized and noticed, was to comment on other people's stuff. I think that's what helped me on DeviantArt. Because I read somewhere that, like, you know, people will see you more if you comment on stuff, because, you know, you're getting your name out there. People are actually seeing you instead of you being cooped up by yourself. So I commented on a lot of stuff, and I think that helped people find me a bit more. And that just goes to show that commenting on someone's video is how you found me, so comment on stuff, guys. You might get lucky. Yeah, see, you've seen Stars Align. How'd I come up with my style? Years of dying and drawing cats and getting inspiration from others. Drawing from reference, so like photographs, to learn how cats work and stuff. I feel like this shoulder fur has gotten longer and longer throughout this animation. Let's have a look. It's pretty long back here. Yeah, it's pretty... it's quite... Look at it there, compared to here. This is fine. Hair grows really quickly, guys. It goes so quickly, you never notice. Yeah, coming to streams, I mean, streams weren't always a thing. But now, yeah, streams are definitely a good way, because you're talking to people and you're sharing stories and stuff. Yeah, exactly. It makes you more approachable as well. More open to other peeps. Oh, got this back. Oh, jeez. There we go. What are my old idols? Soko-ish and Nifty and Alley Cat and other people I've forgotten. Do I think DeviantArt is a good animator system? There are a lot of animators on DeviantArt, so yeah, maybe. I mean, YouTube you can show more, like it's kind of limited video-wise on DeviantArt. Like you can upload SWFs from Flash, but saying, like me uploading an animation from Photoshop would be difficult on DeviantArt. You have to have permission to upload videos and stuff, so DA is alright, I guess. You can upload GIFs. Yeah, Squirrelflight likes to grow out her hair. Brambleclaw likes it. No, those aren't real birds. I just put them on for some background noise. It's actually raining and very dark outside, so there aren't any birds. They've gone, but it was very hot and sunny earlier, so I'm not complaining. It's nice when it rains in the dark. It's cozy. My window is not open. Those are birds from YouTube. YouTube birds. It is raining. Only lightly though. If it was raining loudly, you would be able to hear it because this roof is very good at being loud when it rains. Oh, tell your grandfather I said thank you. That's very nice of him. And he's doing very well. His tail is so long. Okay, I need to cut it off. It is starting to lift there, so I am gonna make it. God, actually drawing the tails is kind of awkward for me in animation because they look blobby, but whatever. How long have I been animating? Since December 2014. I love cats with super long tails, but I have to draw the line somewhere. Tail is really long. I live with my parents right now, but when I go to university in like a month, I will live with other animators who aren't on YouTube, but oh, it just cuts off there, does it? That head, I didn't really need to draw that head. Alright, hang on, I did change. If I want it to be that big, I might have to change that. Yeah, I won't have it cut off there. Oh, I probably have to draw the head then. Oh god, this will be confusing. Would be like here somewhere. Oh, the red and blue is just so I can easily pick them for when I want to change the color of my onion skins, like my sketches, so I can see them better. That's all it is. Just gonna turn back that way again. Okay. Well, I can't look at your animation style right now, but keep practicing and keep looking at how other people are successful and learn from what they do right and stuff. This is part 23. I was gonna do a lip sync tutorial a while ago, but I kind of ran out of time, so I'll still have to do that eventually, but right now I can't, I'm sorry. But really, I just do the muzzle on a separately, like there, her muzzle is gonna be moving separate from her body, so I just didn't draw the muzzle on that frame. I'm gonna draw it on top, on different frames. Oh, her body is really long. So long. She's a long cat. Move that back a bit. So now I'm kind of quiet because I'm in animation mode, and I'm sorry. I kinda started when I was little not knowing about the 12 principles, but I didn't do much animation, and when I was in uni doing a foundation course, there was the ability to... Oh god. Okay, sorry about that, someone came in. There was an opportunity to move on to a class like for animation. And I was like, okay, this is it. This is the chance that I can get to actually animate instead of being scared all the time. So I started that, and by that time, I learned. No, there I learned about the 12 principles. So I kind of went into maps knowing about it, I guess. Yeah. Who We Are was not my first animation, but it was my first map part. It was one of my almost my first animation. I mean, my very first animations were years ago, but then I stopped animating for a long time. And then I had to animate for something at uni, but it was really terrible. And then I did Who We Are, so... Also, I did like this weird short film about rain. Hi, Maple! I'm playing copyrighted birds. They're gonna kick my ass. How to draw cats. I can't really do a video on how to draw cats because you'll just learn how to draw cats in my way. But I could probably do like how to draw cats from pictures and stuff. But it'll be more of like how to draw using reference kind of thing. Because you draw cats from looking at photos of cats. Some random ass company on YouTube copyrighted my gosh damn birds. I don't know where these legs are going. There she goes. It'll still be there. Sure. I hope these birds aren't copyrighted. I will hurt them. What do I like most about my style? I don't know. I mean, it's hard to find someone who really likes their own work. I don't know. I mean, people find it recognizable, I guess. I guess that's a good thing about it. Don't know. That leg is wrong. Oh yeah, you can post pictures of Finch if you want. Yeah, that's fine. Just as long as you don't like take designs and stuff. As long as you say it's like gift art and not like this is mine. then yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I feel like that paw there should probably not be cut off. It's fine, it's fine. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my muzzles. I'm going to an art school and I'm doing animation there. So yeah, I was going to do illustration, but then I didn't. The bandana design isn't really unique, so sure, you can take it if you want. I just see a lot of people do it, so it's fine. Oh god, I gotta color all this. All these really close together frames. I'll stop animating. A line in the middle body. Oh, it's because that was just where I originally cut it off, but I extended it, so the line doesn't mean anything right now. It's just there, so just ignore that. I'm probably gonna stop now though, because I'm looking at this and I really don't have the energy to draw any more frames. But at least I don't have much more to line tomorrow, and I can just color the rest of it. Oh geez. Okay, well thanks for coming. I'm gonna go and die. I'm not gonna look at this anymore. Thank you for coming. Sorry if I missed your questions. It was nice to talk to you. So I'll see you later. Goodbye.